Hey guys, it's Mrs. Gershon here. So let's do our cubes for number 35. It says two families buy large sandwiches of the same size. Family A shares one sandwich equally among 4 people, as represented in the picture below. So this is family A. It's good to label. Family A. It says they share equally among 4 people. Family B shares one sandwich equally among 2 people. Will a person from family A get the same amount or a different amount of a sandwich as a person from family B? Be sure to include what you know about fractions or parts of a whole in your answer. So what we need to do is we don't have family B's picture. So we can draw that. We can draw that very similarly to family A. And I'm going to try to make it about the same amount, but we'll write the fractions down. So family A shares theirs between 2 people. So they only have to cut their sandwich in half. So looking at those fractions, they're asking, will a person, so we're talking only about one piece here, one piece of this sandwich and one piece of this sandwich. So that's thinking unit fraction. So let's go ahead and write our unit fractions. So each piece is worth 1/4 up here. And each piece is worth 1/2 down here. So just looking at our pieces, we can tell if they're each getting 1, that's the same numerator. And we know about fractions, knowing that if you have more cuts, the pieces are going to be smaller. So the bigger fraction here would be 1/2, but we can check that with cross multiplying. 4 times 1 is 4, 2 times 1 is 2. We can see that 1/2 is bigger. So notice I'm going back to reread the problem. It says, will a person from family A get the same amount or a different amount of a sandwich as a person from family B? So I'm going to write that a person from family A will get less than family B because now I can use my fractions. 1/4 is, wrong way. 1/4 is less than 1/2. Sorry, it's a little hard for me to write with my finger on here. But that's a good explanation. So you're saying that they'll get less because 1/4 is smaller than 1/2. You could have, like I said, looked at the numerator, saw that you're getting the same piece, and then looked at the denominator and saw that 2 cuts is going to be bigger than 4 cuts. That's something you could have also put in your explanation. Let's move on to the next page. Okay, moving on to the next question. It says, Susie made cupcakes for her friends. She started at 2:40. The list below shows the number of minutes it took to complete each step of the process. 9 minutes to mix the batter, 18 minutes to bake the cupcakes, 5 minutes to let them cool, and 10 minutes to frost. What time did Susie finish the cupcakes? So I have originally posted a video to show you how we use number lines to figure out elapsed time. Elapsed time is how much time passes between a start time and an end time. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the number line here. Remember that our mountains are 1 hour. Our hills are 10 or 5 minutes. And our rocks are 1 minute. So we're going to use that with this problem. Let me just write min here for minute. Okay, so we know the start time was 2:40. That's when Susie started making the cupcakes. We need to add up all those times together. So we need to take our 9 and our 18 and our 5 and our 10. We're going to add those up. 9 and 8 is 17. 17 and 5 is 22. 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. So we need 42 minutes. So we know that our hours are out. We can't use hours because we did not go over 60 minutes. So we're going to use, we'll start with our hills first. So let's start, since our number 240 ends in a 0, we're going to count by tens first. So we're going to do 10 minutes. Actually, what we could do is we could do all of the jumps, and then we could write the times underneath. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and then we need 2 little rocks, 41, 42. Those are ones. So we're going to go ahead and put our times in. 240 in 10 minutes is 250. 250 in 10 minutes technically is 260, but we know when we get to 60 minutes, it's the next hour. So that's going to be 3 o'clock. 3 plus 10 minutes is 310. 310 plus 10 minutes is 320. Might get a little tricky here. I'll bring that line down. Then we have 321 and we have 322. So the question was, what time did Susie finish frosting the cupcakes? So down here on the answer line, you would write 322. So that's how you would use the number line to answer that question. If you added up your times and it went over 60 minutes, you could have used a mountain because you would have at that point had an hour. So we'll continue to work on that. All right, kiddos, check your work and we will see you soon.